Hey, good evening and welcome to I can't believe they just said that about me edition of Seven Figure Business Secrets. So yeah, just overnight I got an email from my new autoresponder company. Because the business is growing, I decided to move companies. So from a relatively big one, but to a really, really big autoresponder company. And so that was about 2 weeks ago, and all's been going fine, except for last night I got this email thing through, and it's basically, we've been looking at some of your emails and everything, and it looks as if you're running a get rich quick scheme. Dun, dun, dun. And I was scratching my head last night going, what? Me? Get rich quick scheme? I think it couldn't be further from the truth. So emails back and forth, a few phone calls, and all's fine now. It's like, oh, sorry, sir, didn't realize that, and grand. But it did get me thinking, what is different about what I tell you guys about starting businesses versus a get rich quick scheme? And what is the difference? Got me thinking on the whole thing. And I suppose what it is basically, there are loads of get rich quick schemes out there. They sort of promise the world, buy this and you'll be a millionaire tomorrow, or invest your money in this and it'll be worth billions in a year's time. All these types of schemes. But how would you, if you knew nothing about me or knew nothing about these schemes, how do you go and evaluate whether or not what it is that I'm saying, or anyone else for that matter, whether it's true or not? And it just got me thinking. And I suppose that there's no easier or simple way of doing it. Any time you're faced with opportunity, whether it's an opportunity for promotion or an opportunity to take a great holiday or an opportunity to, whatever it is, there's always a risk involved. Is if it's too good to be true. So if someone's saying, actually, there's this holiday, you go there and all your food's free and everything, and it costs you $5 a day. The maths don't quite add up, isn't it? Or if someone says invest $2 a day in this product and you'll be a billionaire by next year, again, the maths doesn't add up. If it's something that everyone should be doing and they're not doing, there's probably a reason why they're not doing it, and probably because actually it's not true. It's what they're talking about just doesn't work, and I think that's the sniff test, isn't it? About at least I use that myself. If my quick maths, I sniff it and go, actually, no, that sounds too good to be true, or I've heard that information before and I know that's common knowledge. So if that's common knowledge and everyone isn't doing it, there must be something else going on. So I ask a few more questions. And I suppose that's the same thing about all opportunities that we have in life, whether it's investment, because there are some amazingly good investments out there. There are some, not now, but the properties that are going up, but back about 2 years ago, there's some, you could see it, there are amazing property investments out there. But the reason there were such amazing investments was no one actually had the money or the confidence to invest in it. So because no one was investing in it, there were bargains to be had. But now lots of people have the confidence, the money's around, and investing in property at the moment is probably a mug's game. You probably missed the boat and the opportunities there. So what about starting your own business? Is that a mug's game? Is that an opportunity that is a quick or a get rich quick scheme? Well, one thing I can promise you about starting your own business is it's not, the word quick is not there. It's certainly not a get rich quick scheme, as in you just do something and it magically happens. Starting your own business definitely requires quite a bit of work. It requires quite a bit of thought. It requires a planning. It requires lots of knowledge to follow, and it's a big undertaking. It's a very big undertaking. And what I always say about starting your own business is, it works, and there's loads. There are millions of successful business owners. In fact, you just have a look around your own town or village or a city, wherever you live, and just start counting the amount of successful business owners. There's loads of them on every street corner, everywhere. There's loads and loads of successful business owners. So the question then is owning a successful business, or if I was in your situation going, I wonder if should I look at actually starting my own business? Is that a get rich quick opportunity? Well, it's it's certainly not a quick, but it's definitely an opportunity. And I highly encourage you to start looking at that and figure out for yourself what it takes to actually start a business and the reality of doing so. And I think if you actually go and do that and have a look at the evidence around you, that yes, there's lots of successful people who start businesses, and also there's lots of people who start businesses and don't succeed. And I strongly encourage you to do a bit of research for yourself and understand why businesses don't succeed. And you'll basically see two things. One, the main one is they actually started a business that they didn't understand. They didn't understand how businesses work, because just like any job, you might want to do a job well, but unless you actually understand some of the basics of it and get a bit of training, it ain't going to work for you very well. It'll be a long slog to get started. And the thing about business is you need to get started to earn money, and if the money doesn't start coming in, you're not going to succeed. That's just simply it. And that's one of the main reasons people fail in businesses. And secondly, it is quite often is because they didn't quite understand marketing and positioning. And that's all about making sure you have a product and a service that actually other people want. Wow, the sun's bright here. This is amazing. I should do videos more often because the sun suddenly pops out. So get rich quick schemes. No. Again, if you found one, I'd love to know about it, if it's actually genuine. But yeah, I haven't yet. But I definitely don't want you ever thinking that starting the business is either a get rich quick scheme or an opportunity you shouldn't consider. Because I think once, like as with all get rich quick schemes, you do the sniff test on it, and if it fails the sniff test, it's a scheme. But if it passes the sniff test, it could well be one of the best opportunities that's ever presented itself to you. So go do your research. Sign up for my podcast. Don't forget to subscribe either on YouTube or TuneIn Radio or whatever place you like hanging out on, iTunes. Subscribe for that, because a lot of my discussions on the podcast are all around sniff testing. And there'll be things on there that you'll actually sniff and go, oh, that sounds right, or things that sound wrong to you, but when you actually understand the background to it, you'll go, that's why some people work out and some people don't work out, and why businesses succeed or fail. Right, hope that helps for you. I've got to go and just make sure that I am no longer on the get rich quick scheme of my autoresponder, and everything's flying back out again as normal. So great to talk to you, and we shall talk later. Bye.